Welcome to Two Local Comedy Night. Just me, only me, just Ray. And the funny thing is, I kind of have like butterflies. You ever have like fucking butterflies in your stomach? And it's like, okay, you're afraid of what you're going to say, but there's no one there to listen anyway. So what the fuck are you so scared of? You know, and that's how I feel right now. But here's the funny part. All right. You know, people, know that I run the radio show and, do interviews and shit. And that's wonderful. And now got to go through 2,800 zillion bands and have all these new people that's like, hey, will you feature me? Hello, we've been doing this for 2 months now. If you wanted to be featured, you could have been a part of the link that says, okay, we can feature you and everything. No. Let's just ask them directly. Yeah, I'm just going to bypass all these 2,800 bands so I can feature you. How about no? All right, this is only comedy. Do not take this seriously in any way, shape, or form. And if you do, well, more power to you. I'm missing, Tempo and Snow. Haven't seen them around for a while. I don't know what happened to them. Maybe they just got drunk and just decided, I'm at a party! And, I don't know, drop the phone in the Mountain Dew or something. But the reason I felt like doing this is because for those that don't know, I work another job and everything. And I'm not going to say where I work, and I'm not going to exactly say what I do other than, I take orders for something. But anyway, here's the thing. I'm working late at night, and I love my job. I love what I do. I, love helping people out. But these drunk fuckers call. And I don't have a problem with people being drunk. The problem I have is when I'm trying to take an order, and I'm agreeing with them, and they want to argue. What the fuck do you want to argue about? You ordered something, I placed that order, I placed the item, and you still want to argue that I did not place the item that you wanted, even though it's right there, and I know that I placed it because I just heard you. But I'm wrong. No, how about you're drunk? And then, I get these calls that, okay, well, my son's 6'5", and can you help me? And my cousin's 6'8", and I'm thinking to myself, like, I really give a fuck how tall somebody is, because all I'm trying to do is place this fucking order. That's it. I don't want to hear about your son, your grandkids, their uncles. I really don't give a shit. Not to sound mean, but I don't. But anyway, she tells me, my son's 6'5", and my husband's a dentist, a world-class dentist. And I'm like, really? Like, I care that your husband's a world-class dentist. What does that got to do with anything? What does your husband have to do with, being a world-class dentist? And then, we have a certain measurements and shit. And, one of the measurements is, around the leg and shit. So here I am, and, when people ask, okay, well, can you recommend what size would work here? And I'm thinking to myself, I don't know what your old man dick looks like, and I really don't give a shit. I can't tell if he's a relaxed fit, a tight fit, a big, a small. I don't know. I don't care. I'm not looking at other guys' dicks. I mean, I'm sure there's some other guys out there that like to look at other guys' dicks or talk about it, but I'm not one of them because I just don't care. But, I mean, I do care. I do care to help out the, customer, and I do care to place the order. I don't care to deal with the bullshit. I don't care, to deal with these drunk fucks that want to call, tell me about their fucking family life. That's wonderful. Tell me, that I'm wrong. Okay, I want this baby pig. And this baby pig's got to be weigh 63 pounds. Okay, All right, so you want a baby pig that weighs 63 pounds. No, you're not hearing me. I said I want a baby pig that weighs 63 pounds. And I'm like, okay, I've ordered the baby pig that weighs 63 pounds. No, you got it wrong. I need to speak to somebody else. I need to speak with somebody that has some education. Okay, well, you can speak to people that are open from 6 a.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. No, I want to speak to you, but you're not taking my order and you're not doing what I need to do. All right, so what would you like me to do? You know what I feel like telling them? I feel like telling them, look, motherfucker, you're drunk. I'm not wrong because you're drunk. For one, you don't listen. You don't listen to a damn word I say, and then you just want to argue. I'm sorry that your wife left you with the dog's postman. Or some shit. That didn't make no sense, but I don't give a shit. That your old lady slept with the dentist. I don't care. Don't come on, vendetting to me, because all I'm trying to do is my fucking job. But of course, I got to deal with these fucking idiots. And they're going to insult my intelligence and tell me I'm a dumbass. So I'm going to act like a dumbass. I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me try again. How about no? How about I'm not kissing your ass and I don't care? It's not that what it is some people have more money than others. And those that have more money than others think that those that don't have money like others are a piece of shit. That's what it comes down to. Okay, if I am not a doctor or a lawyer, I'm a piece of shit. Okay, I got the fact that I'm a piece of shit. Thank you for telling me I'm a piece of shit. I'm glad that I'm a piece of shit. But I'll be the piece of shit that will place your order or I won't place your order. And if I don't place your order, well, then this piece of shit just beat your piece of shit ass out of what you wanted because you're not getting it. But no. It's a form of slavery, honestly. And I know people bring up that word, and in the business sense, it's like, okay, yeah, you're a peon. Okay, so this peon is taking my call, and I'm gonna give him a hard time because at the end of the day, he's a peon. How about fuck you and no? How about that? How about I don't give a shit? How about I don't care how much money you have. That's great for you. Are you giving it to the homeless? No. You may give it to a charity, but that charity only pockets it to, put it in their pocket. They ain't doing shit. I don't see you out giving it to the homeless. I don't see you giving it to the waitresses. That's another thing. Why do the waitresses and the waiters always get treated like garbage? It's like, okay, yeah. Okay, people can donate millions of dollars to the church, which there's nothing wrong with that. But does that mean when they go out to eat somewhere, they can trash the floor and the waiter and the waitress don't get shit? Look, if they get a $5 tip for a $300 order, really now? That's what God said. God said, you shall eat. So when you're done eating, tell the waitress or waiter to go fuck themselves. And go on your merry way. How about no? How about that didn't happen? How about that's not the way you treat people? And while I'm on this whole, commercialized religion thing, all right, I'm going to tell you right now, I don't go to church. If I find a church that did not hate on me for every little thing, I would attend church. I am a, diehard Christian in my own way. I pray and all that happy junk, and I'm very thankful. But at the same time, I look at people and I examine people and I'm like, okay, you're going to judge me. But if I judge you, I'm wrong. How about no? Why is it you want to, reach out to all these people? Hear me out. Before I get the hate mail. Fuck it, send it my way. 2localradionetwork@gmail.com. The number 2, LOCO Radio Network at gmail.com. I don't give a shit. All right, so anyway, fucking, yeah, you know, you can't say fucking because that's against the rules, except though I had never seen any rules that said I can't say fucking. You know, I actually had this one girl at one time. I was on a Greyhound bus, and I'll get back to what I was saying before. I was on a Greyhound bus, and she was showing me all these things from the Bible, and she's like, you know, she's like, well, there's such a fucking contradiction. You know, they say this, but if you look at this is, I'm like, okay. And I'm listening to what she's saying, but that's the way she interprets shit. And I know what the way the preacher interprets stuff, he interprets that as well. You know, and sometimes they just call it a damn brainwashing. But that's the side of the point. But if you're really going to reach people, okay, wouldn't you follow what Jesus did? I'm just saying. Because as far as I know, from all the scriptures that I've read, as far as the stories, when I was a kid, Jesus always hung out with the lower class. Jesus seemed like a cool dude to me. He seemed like a dude that, you know, if you needed cigarettes, you go over and buy you a pack of cigarettes or a carton of cigarettes or, you know, get you a bottle and, you know, talk to you. I know that sounds loco, but hey, this is 2 Local Radio, and I can say this. But yeah, he seemed like a really cool person to me. So why wouldn't you do it? Why wouldn't you go to the project? Are you afraid? You afraid to get robbed? You can go down the road in the richest neighborhood and still get robbed. Why wouldn't you go in a titty bar, you know, and explain what's going on? Why wouldn't you go in these areas, not to picket, but to talk to people normally? Why wouldn't you do it? I'll tell you exactly why you wouldn't do it. Because you're afraid. Jesus wasn't afraid. He did it. But you're afraid. So you ain't following in his footsteps, so don't fucking judge me. Whoa, that was dangerous. You know, I heard this fucking thing, you know, I was looking. And I seen this thing where they're going to give, illegals a penthouse or whatever, and it got shut down or whatever. And I'm thinking to myself, oh, that's wonderful. Somebody gets a nice place somewhere at a hotel that they don't have to pay for, while I have to pay for shit at a hotel that I got to go through a Priceline or a Hotel.com or whatever to hope. And I got the magic hotel, the one that they don't tell me is, great, but they say, hey, it's a 3-star resort, and then you go in there and you see it's fucking infested by bugs, but it's okay because you only paid $50 for it. But it's okay, let's just give these people free things. They came from another country, let's give it to them free. Well, if you're born here, you're fucked, though. That's the American way. I'm proud to be American that way, I swear. You know, these soldiers get back and they get home, and I've seen it. These soldiers come home, and they fucking unemployed. And they're sleeping on park benches. And if they say anything, well, they're weird. Okay, time to lock them up in a mental facility. This person just served their country. This person just killed a kid that they didn't have to kill, or, killed somebody that they didn't have to kill but was following orders, and they come back and they're treated like garbage. Why? It is what it is. I mean, but here's the thing. People are like, all right, well, you're seeing all this stuff, and then why aren't you, voting, and, why aren't you rebel against the government? And I'm like, why? What the fuck difference is it going to make? I don't have a rocket launcher, and I don't have 500 million machine guns and a freaking army of 5 zillion people to retaliate with. And even if I did, what would the point be? Blood upon blood is still blood. Death upon death is still death. Does that make any fucking sense? I'll tell you. When I was younger, and some of my friends would be like, you're full of shit. Well, they didn't see me fight everybody I did. But, I was in many fights when I was younger. And what would happen is I end up in a fight. Somebody win. Somebody get pissed off. Tell their friends. Then you got another fight. Then here we got an uncle involved. They're not involved. The grandma involved. The cousin involved. And this is just a never-ending circle of fighting for what? Because somebody said my mama wears combat boots. Really now? Does that make any fucking sense? So when people are like, all right, well, aren't you like, anti-government and whatnot? I'm like, the fuck's it gonna matter? And then people are like, all right, yeah, vote. Your vote doesn't fucking count. So why the fuck would I care? Some people think the vote counts. I don't believe it does. I believe, it's based on the electoral vote, which is really the big corporations. And if the big corporations say, okay, if you have 200 million people that say, hell no, and the big corporations say, hell yeah, well, the electoral vote just took over the popular vote and you're fucked. But your vote counted. Now, on, a local zone, it can. I agree. Now, what if all these legal people, I'm not trying to start a riot because that's not my case, and I'm just, doing a little comedy show, and whoever listens, whoever don't, well, whatever. But what if all these illegals decide to vote and decide to go with the president because the president decided, to allow them to have freedom? And overrun, the normal country. Well, then I guess we're just fucked. Well, we're just fucked anyway. Because everything that was meant to happen happens, and one side, other side, there's never been a side. You thought there was a side. It was a mirage, an illusion, and you got catfish. Damn, sucks to be you, huh? It's just life sometimes, man. Life sometimes fucking sucks. Because you get ahead, or you think you get ahead. That's the thing. People have okay, there's two sides. One side is to save forever. And in 20 years, I'll have something. What happened about the 20 years when the stock market crashed? Damn. There went your savings. They didn't want you to have it. There's the other side that says, hey, never saved, live every day, party all the time. Yeah, but I party 24/7. And then by the sixth day, I'm broke just to pay my paycheck again, pay the bills and party again, or fuck the bills and party again, and then I'm fucking broke again. Hey, but I got the party, right? It's not fair. It's not right. It's fucked up how this fucking world works. And I'm not just going to say it's the United States. I'm going to say everywhere. Everywhere's fucked up. Everywhere's fucked up. I talk to, people in all different countries, and they say, you know what, man, it's fucked up. Here's the fucked up part, okay? I see people representing their hood and representing their state and everything, and I'm like, okay, that's great. But here's me. I was born in Cali, raised in Connecticut, spent half my life out in Tennessee, been over in Jacksonville, and a bunch of other places, and guess what? It's exact fucking same. Yeah, the cost of living may be different, but there's still assholes everywhere. There's still people that get shit on. There's still, it's all the same. And people are like, all right, well, yeah, we can solve the problem. Let's hire minimum wage. $15 an hour. Hey, fuck it. Let's go $50 an hour. If you're going to go big, let's go all out, balls to the wall. $50 an hour. Everywhere, all across the board. Except when you go $50 an hour, okay, all the small businesses can no longer pay their employees because they can't afford it. So all those small businesses went under. So now you're left with all corporations, which are going to skyrocket their price. And then when they skyrocket your price, then you're not going to be able to afford the big things that you once able were to because you wanted to hire shit. Sucks to be you now, huh? Because now what these companies will do is they'll go from full-time to part-time And then those that are part-time, hey, we're giving too many hours over to Joe Blow. We'd rather give them to Joe Smo. Joe Smo seems like more of a kiss-ass, a.k.a. nicer guy than Joe Blow was. He's an asshole, a.k.a. he does not listen to us. So now Joe Smo got the hours. The Joe Blow don't got the hours. And really it doesn't matter because neither of them can afford a pot to piss in. But that's what you want. Because they got you so high and so medicated and so drunk, so hallucinating that you can't think clearly. And when you can't think clearly, you don't know what the fuck is going on. So you're like, hey! Wasn't that fun? You got fucked in the ass without some Vaseline. I'm glad that you had fun. Life is not what we wanted. Here's the funny part. When you originally, you grow up and you watch all these movies when you're younger, and it's like, okay, well, yeah, there is that, great love out there. They're perfect. They got the perfect body, the perfect look, the perfect attitude. Always do this. Guess what? That perfect person with the perfect body, with the perfect whatever, is not working 2 jobs. Is not, busting their tail, with 12 kids. Is not, we can go on and on. They're reading cue cards. That's what they're doing. Reading cue cards. And saying lines that in real life they never say because they fucking suck and they don't work. I'm just being honest. The fuck do I know? I'm just Ray Ray. Oh yeah, I'm going to stop the show for a second to have a cigarette because I'm an asshole. Hold on. And I'm going to smoke my cigarette because I only pay, I'm not going to say what I pay, but I pay, lower end and up north for cigarettes. So I enjoy my cigarettes. But eventually, these cigarettes here will be taxed so high that it's going to be like up north prices. Up north prices are going to be, everybody's going to, do pipe tobacco and electric cigarette, which I never understood. I never understood that fucking electric cigarette. I'm sorry. I am not, let me say this again, I am not going to inhale electricity. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to inhale radiation. You must be out of your mind if you're going to inhale radiation. I might as well put fucking smoke in a fucking microwave and have you, and we'll turn it on and have a way for you to fucking smoke the fucking shit in a microwave. Does that make any fucking sense? Don't to me. The electronic cigarette is just, I don't know. A lot of people like it. Because they can smoke anywhere. They can smoke in the bar. By the way, down south, you can still smoke in a bar. But up north, you can smoke in a bar. You can smoke in your hotel. You can smoke here. But you don't know what the fuck the chemicals in that fucking motherfucker is bringing. And you don't know if it's got fucking, I don't know, anthrax attached to it. So when you fucking smoke it out, it's like contaminated or, I don't know, like a chemtrail or something. Who the fuck knows? But here's the thing. People are worried about, let's save the planet. You're not going to save the planet. Let me explain why you're not going to save the planet. Because there's something bigger going on that you don't know about. There's something that they're covering up that you don't know about. What the fuck is that? Something. How about that? And would I say what the something is? Nah, I don't know what it is. But I'm sure that there's some chemical out there or something out there that's going to fuck up the earth. And if it don't fuck up the earth, well, then it wasn't then why you worried about fucking up the earth? If it can't fuck up the earth. Well, wait a second. Volcanoes didn't fuck up the earth. Hurricanes, tornadoes, tsunamis, blah, blah, blah. Hey, the earth's still standing. What the fuck? All right, let me go get some plastic bags. And while I'm at it, I'm going to get a handicap sticker. Explain to me how you are driving brand new vehicles. How can you afford a brand new vehicle if you're fucking disabled? I mean, brand spanking new. I mean, unless you got a cosigner or something, how the fuck does... I swear, I've seen over 100 brand new vehicles with fucking handicap stickers. How the fuck? And the funny thing is, if they are giving out handicap stickers, are they all going to fight for the handicap spot in front of Walmart? Are they all going to fight for the handicap spot in front of Walmart? Are we going to have mad racers fighting for the handicapped spot in front of Walmart, and the fucking ones that are really handicapped are going to get fucked? People don't care. People don't give a shit unless it involves them. That's the reality of it. If you don't believe me, go to any major city. Look at all the homeless there. You would think that all the cars that pass by be like, hey, do you want a hot dog? No. Hey, you want $5? No. Hey, can I bring you to the liquor store? No. Because everybody's like, they might rob me. They might hurt me. Yeah, there's a chance they could. But 90% of the time, they'll be like, hey, thanks for the burger. Hey, thanks for the blanket. Hey, I appreciate that I got somewhere to live. Because at one time, I had a job like you, and I did the same thing that you did, and I got down on my luck, and I got fucked. But they don't care. It's just fucking nuts, man. It's nuts. That people are this way. That people are so fucking selfish, it's all fucking about them. Whatever happened to, okay, if I don't eat, you don't eat. Whatever happened to, okay, if you need something, well then, I'm not getting anything for myself because I'm going to help you out. I'll tell you what happened. The people that said, well, hey, if you need something, I'll help you out. Right? Help the other person out. But when it came to retaliating and they were fucked, it was like, oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm busy. I got to go to my girlfriend's. Oh, I got this appointment I got to do. I ain't got shit. Do you know one time, a buddy of mine, I was starving in the morning, right? Fucking starving. And, I said, well, hey, man, you got $1 so I can eat something, right? He's got change jingling in his fucking pocket. And he tells me, nah, man, I'm broke. And I'm thinking to myself, what a fucking asshole. I'm living with this fucking asshole. Are you fucking serious? You have change jingling in your fucking pocket. It sounds like you got at least $2.50, but you ain't got $1 so I can eat. That's the kind of world we live in. People don't give a fuck unless it affects them. Not the way it should be. But it runs all the way from the top to the bottom. So, as I'm going to conclude today my sermon, or whatever the fuck you want to call it, I'm going to say this. Karma's a motherfucker. If you do people dirty, and you're getting away with it today, at some point it's going to bite you in the fucking ass, and you're going to end up just like them. And you ain't going to know what to do. So instead of doing people dirty, look out for each other. Because when that day comes, when they come firing on us all, or, you know, the dollar crashes or whatever the fuck it is, or, you know, the jobs all go under or overseas and go under or whatever the fuck it is. People are not going to forget. And people need to look out for each other. I'm not saying anything major is coming. I don't fucking know. I would say based on all the zombie movies I'm watching, based on the alien movies that I've seen, based on all the YouTube bullshit that I've seen. Here's another thing. I was going to close it out, but fuck it. People ask me all the time, hey, well, why isn't your face over on YouTube if you run a show? And I'm like, who fucking wants to see my fucking ugly ass anyway? I'm sorry, I don't find it attractive. When there's 400-pound guys talking like fucking, they know something, and they're at the end of the day, and their leaders at the end of the day, they're sitting down and not doing shit. No. I'm a hairy motherfucker. You know, I look like a gorilla half the time. My teeth aren't in best shape. I ain't gonna fucking lie. I don't give a shit. I wear glasses. You know, I'm balding. Who the fuck wants to see that? I run a radio show. Why the fuck do I gotta show you a video? The fuck you want me to show a video? You want me to jerk off on the video too? Oh, there you go. Here's some cum stains along with the video. Wasn't that wonderful? Nah, man. I ain't got time for that bullshit, man. I ain't got time, you know, to, do face pictures. Hi, how you doing? Like you give a fuck. That's why I don't care, that, when the whole debate came on with Xbox having the Kinect and they can see everything, I'm like, you dumb motherfucker. I'm like, you're a dumb motherfucker because you now realizing people can see shit. You've owned a cell phone for over 10 years now, and the smartphone tracks everything that you go and where you go and how you do things and knows when you take a shit. But you're worried about an Xbox. You can't escape a high-speed chase. They know where you're going. You can't go to the mall. You can't go into caves. You can't go into water because they know where the fuck you are. Who is they? Who gives a fuck? But they know. They know. We've been tagged for over fucking 25 years now. We have. People let it go. That's why I've always said, hey, if somebody fucks up your order, you tell them right then and there, I'm not going to accept this. Because if you don't, hey, they just fucked up 50 people's orders. Nobody said shit. So the company's making money and people ain't happy, but it doesn't matter. Because the people are going to come back like dumbasses and, get fucked up shit again because nobody said shit. Isn't that funny how that works? Isn't that funny how fucking things work? If you're worried about, being seen naked, then don't go nowhere naked. Take showers with your clothes on. Don't matter. They can see anyway. You can walk around all day and guess what? The motherfuckers see you naked 24/7, whether you like it or not. And I wave my dick at them and be like, hey, how you doing? It is what it is. We've allowed them to do what we've allowed them to do, and it's just too fucking late. So we just have to ride the pine as long as we can until we can't ride anymore, and then you better hope that you have something to believe in because you atheist fucks that think when we die, we just sit in a box. How the fuck does that make any sense? When you die, you go somewhere. Even if it's back here to do all this stupid shit again, you're still going somewhere. You're not sitting in a fucking box. That would be too easy. It'd be too easy not to know what the fuck is going on. You're either coming back to somebody else, or you're going to a different dimension, or you're going to heaven or hell, or you're doing something or coming back as an animal or something because life moves on. What if, what if by some odd chance, you die and you ask God. Yeah, you're able to ask God because in my story, you're able to ask God. You don't like it, well, then ask somebody else. But you're able to ask God, hey, why did I die? I was supposed to do so much more. And God turned around and says, no, you weren't. You did exactly what we wanted. Or maybe you die and you end up with the fucking aliens. And the aliens laugh at you and say, hey, you were funny while you were on Earth. You don't know. You don't know what's going to happen. You don't. But you better believe in something. Because how do you explain when you pray and shit don't happen? How do you explain that? Mere coincidence? 98 times in a row, mere coincidence. You just seen, this group of bullies that beat the shit out of somebody else, beat the shit out of somebody else, beat the shit out of somebody else, and you prayed and nothing happened to you. Mere coincidence. They got bored. How about no? How about just ride the pine till you can't ride the motherfucker till the wheels fall off, and then just hope somebody gives a fuck about your sorry-ass soul to give you a shot somewhere else. In the end, that's all there is. In the end, you can't take your money with you. I don't care how fucking rich you are, you're not taking your money. I don't care how fucking popular you are, you're not taking your looks. I don't care how filthy you are, corrupt or whatever you are with all your boys. At the end, you're still in a fucking box or wherever you're going. So if in the end, people, it's just people and that's it, then shouldn't you be good to people instead of a dickhead? This is Ray Ray. On Two Loco Comedy Night, have a good one. God bless. Bless the soldiers. Bless the artists that kick ass and go into every show. And thank you for all the subscribers and listeners and shit. And if you like my rant, that's cool. If you didn't, well, go fuck yourself. Or just say, nah, he's just being an asshole right now. Fuck that asshole right now. I'll listen to another show. And if you want to share this, share. I don't care. Because I don't believe that any way we look at it, that there's a solution to anything. Unless you know that there's the problem. And when you find out that there's the problem, and you solve that problem, there's your solution. Simple as that. You don't have to make a jigsaw puzzle into a Rubik's Cube if you don't choose to. And they always say there's cause and effect, but they're lying. Because if there's no effect, then there is no cause. Think about it. This is Ray Ray. Bye, motherfucker. Bye, motherfucker. Bye. Have a good weekend.